But yeah, it's all cool though. It's February. It's a different animal. It's a different beast. I think we like 3, 4 days out because I think 31st is the last day of this month. If I'm being politically correct, if I'm being absolutely correct about the dates and times and all this stuff, and this bird is really pissing me off. But I think with this new camera, that I ain't gonna have to worry about that. By the way, yeah, we got a new camera. Welcome to the 15 plus. Come on now. We was rocking with the 13. We made millions with the 13. You feel me? Now we finna make some billions with the 15. You feel me? That's the vibe. That's what we do. That's how we rock. That's how me and you do. We use what we have and we make greater with that, and then we go get greater and make even greater with that. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, we make the magic happen no matter what we gotta use and what we gotta do. You feel me? Yeah. But February, I hope you have took this 30-day, 31-day trial period to really figure out and mess up and make all the mistakes so that you can figure out what exactly is it that's going to make the rest of this year great. What exactly do you need to do to make the rest of this year great? Who do you need to cut off? What do you need to cut off? What's holding you back? What's making you waste the most time? What is making you not be as intentional as you need to be? Figuring out those things is what's going to lead to the most success that you have this year. A lot of people hide behind these things and, try to use excuses and stuff like I told you I have been using all month. But it's like, okay, cool. You either hide behind them and have the worst year ever like you did last year, or you come out, you face those things, and you get better. I was listening to a sermon by Pastor 83's wife. She was basically saying honesty is the gateway to freedom. You got to be honest with yourself. And once you're honest with yourself and you are capable of dealing with those things that set you back, then you'll get ahead for real. But until you become honest with yourself, truly honest with yourself, you're still gonna go through the same things that you've been going through this whole time. And I feel like that's real. That's completely real. A lot of people do that. A lot of people sit there and they stay with those things and they don't try to change them, and they try to point the finger at everybody else. And it's like, who you gonna point the finger at when everybody gone? There's nobody to point the finger at. It's just you. And it's kind of sad, that you have to realize that once everybody gone, but also it's a beautiful thing that you realize it at all, because some people go to their grave and never realize the mistakes that they made and tried to correct them. It's too late now, but it's not too late for you. You still got a chance to change your fate. You still got a chance to change, the direction that your life can go. And all you got to do is stop playing around and lock in. You feel me? I know that you've been through a lot, but sometimes, that's another thing from the sermon. She was talking about a renewed mindset, and it was about Elijah going into the cave. And in his cave, God was asking him, why are you here? But he was not asking a geological question. He was not asking him why he was in that exact cave, but why are you where you are in your life right now? Question for you to ask yourself: why are you where you're at? And he then instructed Elijah, after he answered the question and after some dialogue back and forth, to go back the same way that he had came from. And in 2026 they would try to tell you, like, oh, that pain hurts you, don't go back this way. Oh, let's find some other ways for you to deal with it. But he didn't send Elijah back the same. You can go back the same way and it not be a problem, but the thing about it, you have to have a renewed mind. You have to change the way you think. Once you grow into a new mindset, you can walk down the ways that you went before with no trouble. Because when you walked in, you were ignorant, and so it caused you a lot of pain. But now you are battle tested. You are equipped with the things that you need now in order to fight it. So now you are more confident in the outcome. Because when you walked in there, you were scared, you were timid, you felt all the pain, this, that, and the third, because you were unaware. But now you're fully aware and equipped it. So now, it's a little more confidence. You walk a little taller. You're like, I got this. You feel me? So yeah, you gotta lock in a little more this year, twin. NFL is crazy this year. I watched some football. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I watched all the football. But shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers. If shout out to Cap Alpha Psi. If 1911, where we were founded. You feel me? Shout out to the Hoosiers. You feel me? Go Hoosiers. I was rooting for Miami though. I'm not gonna lie. I was really rooting for Miami because Miami, I like that YN swag. You know, that your YN, whatever y'all want to call it. Like I like that swag, that young crew, them dogs. That's they kind of like they got like they got a swag about themselves. It's like they had like a swag like LSU type swag. Like there's like a whole bunch of it's like a swag to it. You feel me? But on to the NFL. Shout out to the Patriots and Seahawks going back to the Super Bowl after 8 years. I think it is. It's been 8 years since the Patriots and the Seahawks went in the Super Bowl. That's crazy that they are back with like entirely new teams. Like last time we saw these teams, it was Russell Wilson versus Tom Brady. It was Marshawn Lynch. Who's the back for the Patriots that year? If you know the back for the Patriots that year, just drop it in the comment section. We can talk about it. But yeah, like it's different this year. Like it's crazy. Like ain't no way. Like that's insane. Like we finna see these same teams back with completely new rosters. Shout out Sam Darnold for being forged in fire and really making his way through. Like dude was just like I think he was drafted by the Panthers. Didn't go well. Traded to the Vikings. Phenomenal season. I want to say he was on another team before he got traded to the Vikings. If he was, drop it in the comments. I got to go do my homework. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. If you're a Sam Darnold fan, I'm sorry. But he ended up on the Seahawks and balled out. Balled out. I mean, he ended up on the Vikings and he balled out. So then he got this long-term deal from the Seahawks. And for some odd reason, the Vikings fans feel like the Vikings fans think that they would have actually ended up in the Super Bowl because if they had Sam Darnold. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how football works. And if you believe that this one person was the reason that you didn't go to the Super Bowl, then you obviously don't understand anything about football. It's a whole system. It takes all the parts working in a certain order. Shout out to the Patriots. Shout out Drake May. Hey, yeah, we got some new swag in the house. Yeah, last we had Tom Brady, now we got Drake May. Shout out Stephon Diggs, man, Mr. Underrated. Hey, if you know, you know. The Minnesota Miracle, you feel me? Yeah, like underdog story from the beginning to the end. You feel me? Like started out with Vikings, and he had to scale his way up that roster, and he really did. And when the Minnesota Miracle happened, that was like a pivotal moment for him in his career. And I think he stayed there for a couple years before he went to Buffalo. He went to Buffalo. He did his thing for a couple years. They kept getting to the playoffs, and that was all she wrote. Year after year, Stephon Diggs standing there watching other teams celebrating. It's like, dang. But then, he decided to make another decision. He was like, I'm going to Houston. I'm going to play for the Texans. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL. He was doing his thing, but then he tore his ACL. So it's like, that was very unfortunate. And so he had to fight back because Terrence went, bro, I don't think a lot of people understand. When you tear a muscle, when you tear your ACL, when you injure yourself as an athlete, it's the worst battle to fight ever. And people think it's the physical part. It's not the physical part. It's the mental part. Your mind will literally fool you into thinking that you are still injured and you are perfectly fine. But you have to get past this mental block. And I've been through it before. Somebody ran into my knee and I didn't tear my ACL, but like I would be scared to change direction because of that. And I had to fight through this mental block in order to get my knee back straight. And so it's the mental battles, bro. It's not the physical. It's the mental. Mental battles are way worse than physical battles. I feel like, because, imagine being perfectly fine, but your mind is so deceptive that you believe that there is something completely wrong with you, that you believe that you can never play again, but your body is fully able of doing it. Crazy, right? Anyways, he fought through that and he got back, got picked up by the Patriots and, became a role model on that team. He inspired a lot of people. He put in work. He got his numbers. And now he's headed to his first Super Bowl. Like, after all of this, like, he went from the Vikings to he went from the Vikings to the Bills. From the Bills to the Texans. From the Texans to the Seahawks. 4 different teams before he made it to the Super Bowl. I think he's had I want to say he's had a 10-year career. Over a 10-year career. Like he said, they said he was washed. They said it was over for him. They said the same thing about you. They said that you're washed. They said it's over with for you. But are you going to let that stop you? Are you going to let that define you? Or are you going to get in the lab and do what you need to do? His loving baby mother, Cardi B, came out and said, like, discipline. That is what got him here. Waking up and doing it every day. Waking up early, going to sleep early, handling his business each and every day. Just like it helped him on the field, it can help you. It can help you in whatever aspect of life that you're struggling with. You know, like discipline. Discipline changes the game completely because discipline doesn't care about emotion. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline handles its business each and every day, no matter how it feels, no matter what's going on. Discipline is going to do what discipline needs to do. You feel me? Discipline is going to do what discipline needs to do. Emotion is going to do what emotion wants to do. You see the difference there? Emotion does what it wants, and discipline does what it needs. So you have to ask yourself, what type of year do you want to have? Do you want to have a disciplined year or an emotional year? Because if you have another emotional year, I can guarantee you it's gonna be just like 2025 or 2024 or 2023 or whatever year that you like, oh, that was supposed to be my year and it wasn't. It's gonna be the exact same if you don't choose discipline over emotion. So that means even when you take these L's this year, which you will, because you're going to be trying to do something. And as we all know, when you try to pursue something, when you try to do something great, there is going to be pushback. There are going to be things that go completely wrong. You are going to fail a lot. But are you going to allow the emotions of how you feel when you fail to control how you continue to go forward? Or are you going to stay disciplined and continue to do the things that you know work and continue to work hard until things do turn out how they need to? Regardless of win, lose, or draw, are you going to continue to be the person that you need to be in order to be successful in the way that you want to be? That's the greatest question. A question you have to ask yourself. A question you have to live with and live by. Oh! You feel me? I don't want to make this video too long because it'll be my first time editing in a minute and it's already like 20 minutes long. I want to say 30. So I'm gonna edit it up, chop it up, all this other stuff. We got about 2 minutes left, so let me see what I want to close this out with. Man, hey, this is I don't know if this is a podcast. I don't know if this is just YouTube videos. I don't know. I just know I'm going along with life and I'm trying to become more disciplined and have a better year. Like we are both going to have a better year, but it starts with our discipline. So, we're working on something. We're going to stay consistent with something and we're going to be, timely with the things that we do. We're gonna handle our business. You and me, we're gonna handle our business no matter what. We're gonna handle our business. We're gonna be great this year. We're not gonna let anything get in the way of that, right? You feel me? We locked in, twin. We locked in. We in for the end game. Ready for that Doomsday. Hey, shout out Doomsday. If you an Avengers fan, hey, drop in the chat. Doomsday. Go ahead, drop in the chat. Doomsday. We getting a lot of good stuff this year. We got Avengers Doomsday coming. These trailers been dropping. Captain America coming back. It's crazy out here, man. Shout out J. Cole. Hey, ready for the album. The Fall Off. We've been waiting for years. Cole finally finna drop it. Hey, to all them haters out there that's hating on the J. Cole album, I don't like you. Nobody cares what you think. And you said you was a fan, then you turned your back and said, oh, nah. But you feel like Cole, that's a video. Hey, that's another video. We're not going to do that today. But, I appreciate y'all for showing up, watching the video. I'm going to clip it up so you ain't got to watch all of it. But if you want to come back and watch all of it, then that's perfectly fine as well. We are clicking in at 4:42. So I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get up out of this cold. You get up out of the cold. Stay warm and all that good stuff. Praying for you. Hope all things go well. And this has been another video by your boy. Not the last one. First of many. That's so Tank. Let's rock.